on the high side, but I can see the current streaming out.
Overlapping here.
So the influence of the current
Passage.
is
Got biogenic
right,
shell.
just right in this area here. There's really lush reds. They're
Up
under
there
the
we
edge of the
have
water right now.
sand, biogenic
I
shell,
thought it was our
creating down
shadow, it was
to
the eagle.
pebble cobble and
The
then boulder.
Varicaria is narrow,
See that
and
lower
the
sand,
influence of the current is pretty
shell
much
hash
gone
rate.
already.
Up there we've got pebble
widens out right
berm.
away. That's
Got pebble over sand.
muscle patches in the upper. There's tufts of red in
Got
the
boulder.
barnacle in the midsection. And looking down into the underwater, there is a soft brown
This is all boulder cobble.
band. It's nice and still, so it's
For
possible
rock.
to see right down into the edge of the water. Let's see how we're doing for light here.
Up
It's
there
pretty
we've got
dark this
cobble.
morning. That's soft brown, just
Back in
continuous.
there.
They look like really small prawns. And folate
The South Shore Organic Passage.
and
Couple of streams coming in there.
continuous band in the upper narrow splash zone.
Got low tide.
Patches of ulva, soft
There.
brown under the edge of the water. There's patches of blue mussels
It's all boulder.
on that rock pile there.
Rolled over rock ramp. A little bit of pebble sand in the lower.
And narrow splash zone, continuous fucus band,
Some pocket beach. Pebble
continuous
sand.
soft brown in the near shore.
Got pebble sand.
The blades are really small. It almost looks like reds. They're so small, but they're not. There's a little bit of alaria on a point and a pair of oyster catchers. There's another view of the soft browns in the underwater near shore there.
And right here we've got pebble sand.
Fucus dominated upper,
Yep.
and
Pebble sand.
here's a nice view of
Sand
the
in the lower.
near shore underwater. It's sparse.
A little pebble berm.
Upper narrow
Pebble sand.
Varicaria band with continuous fucus, and a few places the barnacle band is showing through. There's the bear in the midsection with patchy blue mussel barnacle midsection. Just key wings here. And underwater is a continuous soft brown. This is a very homogeneous community. A little bit lusher on the outside here with a lusher looking.
Can we just go into that little bay back there?
There's an eagle on the top of.
Okay. And here we've got pebble sand beach phase, pebble berm.
Splash. This is
Here
mostly
we've got
narrow,
sandy
patch of
flats here,
fucus area
pebble sand.
below the beach face.
The super tidal, we've got cobble grading down to cobble over pebble sand.
Going down over the flats
It's a
there.
mix of boulder over pebble sand.
Underwater, there's a seal with a pup in the water. Continuous soft brown. There's a few patches
Estuary
of small
there.
area just on the point.
Got a pebble berm
the
grading down to
areas
pebble sand and then cobble in the lower intertidal.
The prominent points here. Here's some filamentous
We've
green
got,
showing up at the water's
pebble
edge. There's a bear,
left,
a tombolo on
pebble
the other
sand on
side
the
of
right,
the beach
and
there. And near shore soft brown here.
and in this little pocket beach we've got
This goes
pebble
right to the
sand
waterline right now.
mixed with boulder.
It's a little bit higher energy. That bear is really dark.
A
Brown color.
bear on the beach there,
Bear
that's shell
beach.
hash, pebble
Bear
sand,
beach coming up with. Oh, I can't see it.
little delta flat,
They're on.
and fairly mixed.
And on the point, that's a beautiful continuous soft brown band. It's under the edge of the water.
Got a pebble
And
berm,
there's
pebble
filamentous
sand grading down to
greens also
cobble.
at the water's edge.
It's all cobble boulder here.
And a patchy fucus band on the flat.
Pebble
boulders at the
berm,
upper.
pebbly sand beach phase, grading down to sandy mud in the lower flats here.
Waterline here. with some reds showing up, tufted filamentous reds. It's a big
And there's a rather, we'll get that from the backside here. This is all pebble cobble.
It's a bare beach.
Yep, part of it. It's a pebble berm grading down to pebble cobble. This is pebbly sand.
And this across the flats here.
Pebble berm grading down to cobble boulder.
It's there a little bit, and there should be more as we come around to the other side, more reds.
Here we have a pebbly cobbly berm grading down to boulder. There's this boulder over pebble sand. This is all boulder here.
Those boulders. Cool.
That's this boulder over rock ramp.
And there's a few Alaria plants on the point. And
Just shooting along the shore here.
Alva band is just below the edge of the water.
This is all boulder cobble.
Partially
Now we're getting to pebble sand.
Below us is soft
we have a
brown,
large-
brown scattered, and eelgrass mixed with soft browns
Tidal
up here.
marsh.
I'd say it's
And down below here, this is pebble
soft
sand.
browns and,
Grading down to
eelgrass.
sandy mud on the
It's all
flats.
eelgrass
Back.
here. Lots of encrusted, lots of epiphytes on it.
We've got pebble cobble with
Stick
boulder.
around this side of the bay and disappears over here. Fairly high energy. I
Yeah,
guess
this is,
so the eelgrass is just in the
Boulder
lee
cobble over pebble
of the
sand.
point. Partially mobile
biogenic
beach
shell,
there in
you can see.
the upper,
There's a
rounded
bit
off
of peat
boulders,
lamp
armored
coming down in
beach,
these locations here as well.
Continuous fucus in the
Got a
midsection.
little bit of pebble sand with boulder mixed in.
And,
Upper part of the berm, grading down
Shore's
to
actually
boulder
shallow.
cobble over pebble sand.
And there is a filamentous green, lots of soft brown. There's a sunflower star, continuous soft brown, and
The width here is about 15
barnacle,
meters.
continuous fucus, patchy alba.
I think it's about 20 meters
Beautiful
here.
beds with a really distinct lower limit.
Okay, we've got pebbly sand berm, grading down to boulder cobble, and then boulder right on the lower part of the intertidal.
It's a really even,
Probably 20 meters in width.
like a boulder ridge.
We've got a little bit of low marsh there.
And
And we've got
that is
have a low marsh. You can see just that heavy
this
green
upper
band,
bare midsection.
about
with
5 meters in width, and it's all
Fucus
boulder
again,
cobble
it's
here.
the second fucus band
Primarily
that
boulder.
Sue was talking about. Greens at the waterline too, patchy alba. Wow,
Here
what
you've
an
got
odd looking
cobble in
bench.
the upper,
Wanna
boulder in
shoot
the lower.
forward.
We have a bit of pebble sand over the
See here,
boulder cobble.
try this.
Pebble sand,
Little bit of
boulder berm,
Fringing grass.
grading down to boulder cobble, and then boulder finally in the lower.
Log line there, and then bare carry on some of the larger boulders showing up really black.
Width here is about
And then patchy
25, 30 meters.
barnacle, is it?
They've got
No,
a
it's
bit of
actually
pebbly sand.
bare rock. It just looks like barnacle because it's
Again, you've got that marsh. And in this location, there's some relic beach
need to go around
ridges.
and stay in here. There's a whole bunch of otters around in there.
And in the upper, we have pebble berm, grading down to pebbly sand, and
Bare beach.
lower.
And
This flat here, we've got cobble over pebble sand, lots of biogenic shell hash. That beach is about 25 meters in width. Here we have cobbles here. Pebble sand up top.
Along the waterline here. It's very
berm.
odd too.
Pebbly sand beach face, and then cobbles about 30 meters in
There's
width,
rock salt pepper with fucus right at the waterline.
31 meters in width.
And
Here we have
there is a patch
boulder,
of soft
pebble.
rock.
There are 3 rock platforms just offshore. Here we have pebble
soft
sand in the upper,
brown
grading down to boulder cobble, and then
Sparse.
in the
It's
lower
actually kind of disappearing. I guess the mobility is
berm's
going up.
about 3 meters in width.
As we
Pebble
head out
sand beach
towards
face
the
about
open,
5, and then the rest is about 25 meters of Boulder Cobble beach face.
Midsection, Fucus right to the water line. It's very odd.
That's Pebble Sand Cobble.
Maybe it's always
now
there.
Pebble Sand Berm, 2 meters in width. Pebbly Sand Cobble, about 5 meters, 10 meters in width, and then Boulder Cobble on the lower.
Big boulders. There's patches, small patches of blue mussel.
A little bit of rock outcropping here.
Yeah, there's hardly any of it.
Pebbly sand in the upper with Boulder Cobble over the rock ramp just back there. Can you hear me okay here, John?
In the upper, Fucus, patchy, frosting of barnacles, and
here we have
momentous green is just below the edge of the water.
This is East Point coming up, East Point. You see a scattering of pebble in the upper, but this is primarily Boulder Cobble over rock ramp. Here we have a...
Can't really see it.
We've lost something here, John.
It's quite a lot of scour.
Ah, there we go. We're back.
There's Alaria on the point at the waterline.
And this is all boulder over rock ramp. Here we have a little bit of pebble sand and biogenic shell hash and that little pocket beach there. And here we've got pebble sand, 10 meters, followed by a pebble boulder beach face.
Continuous alga is at the water's edge and below at this tide. Oh yeah, there's the green showing up just under the edge of the water.
Boulder Cobble beach face.
Bare beach.
Here we've got pebble cobble in the upper, sand in the lower 2/3.
Coming up around the corner.
We've just got some rock reefs offshore here.
Alpha band and tufted reds showing up, and also foliose reds. But they're all below the edge of the water.
And that whole area is about 50 to 70 meters in width. We've got boulder rubble.
Rocks, bedrock. Oh, that's oxymoron.
Pebble sand over Boulder Cobble. And Boulder Cobble on the lower. Base of this cliff here, we've got pebbly sand beach faces, some rubble mixed in.
Beaches are bare, there's scour on the bedrock.
Oh, actively ruining here. This is pebbly sand with Boulder Cobble.
Water, and a few places where there's blue mussels.
Got Boulder Cobble mixed in.
The lower tidal looks mostly bare in front of these mobile beaches.
So
there's a green, this would be a continuous alga band. It's actually below the edge of the water.
Down to pebble sand cobble in the lower.
It's odd because the whole thing is too low. It should be exposed at this tidal elevation. Orange lichen on the rocks back there.
Boulder mixed in with pebble sand. And occasionally here you'll see that pebbly sand berm.
Organized angular.
This is all cobbles.
Really distinct lower limit to the coarser.
Pebble beach berm, pebbly sand beach face grading down to cobble.
Bare beach.
Cobble over pebble sand.
Frosting of barnacles and all the larger boulders. And this beach is bare with nothing in the near shore underwater.
Over primarily Boulder Cobble.
There is a skinny soft brown band coming and going here.
Pebbly sand. Here we have a pebble beach berm with a pebble sand beach base, 25 meters in width, and then cobble on the lower.
There is a soft brown band, but it's deep. There it is, showing up a little more obviously now.
Stream coming in there.
A bit more shallow, but it's narrow.
This is boulder for rock.
Fucus patchy, barnacle patchy, blue mussel patchy, lots of bare beach.
Pebble berm, pebble sand beach base, 30 meters in width.
Scattered. This is a lot of
and we've got pebble in the upper, pebble sand, and then boulder cobble.
More sheltered.
That lower
really
portion
flat.
is mostly cobble.
Cobble boulder size,
Rock ramp.
flat.
Rock platform, sorry.
There in the upper, there's the Sparnicle.
In a lot of these places you see that pebble sand drape over cobble in the upper and then
below.
okay, these beaches are primarily boulder cobble over pebble sand. In the upper we've got back there. In the upper we've got pebble sand and grading down to cobble.
With bleach reds, filamentous green.
Boulder over rock ramp.
Portfolio threads. I don't see any. There's a seal way down deep.
Biogenic shell hash.
Here's a proper soft brown band here
Over the boulder.
on the inside.
Sitting on a rock ramp or rock platform.
Over there. There's a line. There's a proper soft brown band
That's
underwater.
an accretionary component just under
Filamentous
sediment
threads,
transport
filamentous
direction.
greens. And a low turf overall, low turf of bleach threads to gulls, and earthquakes.
And that's a pebble beach burn,
Supplement site.
beach base getting down to pebble cobble.
Bleach threads here.
We're going into northeast arm here.
There's
Here we've got boulder cobble grading down to pebble sand.
that's mussels
We've
on
got
this
boulder in the upper
outcrop.
5 meters,
And I think that's
pebble
a small
sand,
area of
and then cobble in the
eelgrass.
lower.
It's quite far under the water. This is completely bare.
Got
And this is
pebble
eelgrass.
beach berm, pebbly sand beach base, grading down to pebble cobble.
The near shore
The lower
subtitle
15
here.
meters, so
It's mixed with soft browns, quite
3 meter
eroded,
beach
but soft
berm,
browns.
20 meters of pebble sand, and then about 10 meters of
Pattern of boulders.
pebble cobble
Very
back
cool.
there. This is all boulder
Patchy
cobble over
beaches.
pebble sand.
Not much barnacle here. Wave exposure is decreasing. This would be protected. This would be protected patchy fucus.
Boulder cobble in the upper, pebble sand.
Magpies, near shore. This is eelgrass. It's a little bit far under the water. And it's gone here.
We've got pebble
And
beach
gone
berm,
here.
pebbly sand beach base with pebble cobble in the
Running
lower.
across the beach there.
Just in the lower.
The
side of
soft
the
brown is
sea,
very sparse here. This would be
Pebbly sand.
protected.
the boulder.
Mostly bare beach, patchy fucus, patchy barnacle, near shore soft
John's
browns,
just complimented me on my framing.
continuous soft
Ooh,
browns.
here we have a twin waterfalls. Very nice. And on that we've got pebble sand cobble,
Bare beach, patchy
pebbly
fucus.
sand beach base just back
There's
there.
some
Here we have
reds
some
on
sea
the
caves.
bedrock at the
Primarily
point
boulder.
there.
Here we've got boulder in the upper, pebble sand drape
There's
over
eelgrass
boulder in the
mixed with
lower,
soft brown
pebbly
along
sand
here.
beach
And
berm,
same here.
pebbly sand beach base.
Patchy eelgrass, maybe
And
soft browns, but now it's
More of
disappearing.
a sandy before than some of these little pocket
Patchy
beaches.
fucus, but it's only on the larger or bedrock. The rest of the beach looks quite mobile. Soft browns, narrow band, quite eroded looking.
Alright, here we've got coarse
It's
shell
coming
hash.
and
This is
going.
a fairly wide feature, probably
Yeah, exactly.
45,
There's
50
eelgrass
meters
in
in
there.
width. Yeah, we've got a
It's
little
like a
return
abandoned
spit
set
coming out back
that's
there.
mussels at the delta. Fucus patchy.
Pebbly sand beach
It's
base.
really obvious how it's selecting
again,
the more
we've got boulder
stable,
in the
larger
upper.
material.
Boulder cobble over pebble sand in the lower. Pebble beach berm,
soft brown
pebbly
is
sand beach base,
disappearing.
pebble cobble in the lower back there.
Fucus in the upper, patchy barnacle. There's patchy eelgrass mixed with the soft brown.
Get a few sea caves back in here.
This
Pebble berm, pebbly sand beach base, about 30 meters in width. Little tombolo here of shell
eelgrass
hash.
mixed with soft brown.
So that's a coarse
And
shell over Pebble
a
Sand
few
Beach Face.
bleached and
That's about 50
not
meters
bleached
in width at
filaments
Temple
reds
up
on
to the
that
rock
point,
platform.
and wave is both
And very steep component here. This is probably about 8-10 degrees, these beach faces. Got some hidden sea caves, but this is pebble berms primarily. Pebbly Sand Beach Face, grading down to cobble in the lower third of the title.
Patchy soft browns near shore.
Similar there. Got a little
I'm trying to
waterfall.
spot all the eelgrass that I can see, but
This is a mix of boulder cobble,
down along here,
pebble
there's a
sand
few
matrix.
patches mixed with the soft brown. It's about 2 feet below.
This is all boulder in the upper 2/3, boulder cobble in the lower. There's an anthropogenic feature. And on the, there's a dull flat.
That's continuous
Pebble
mucus
sand
and
over
some
boulder
really
cobble.
dense
There we
black
have pebble
patches
in the
of
upper,
mussels.
boulder cobble in the lower.
Holy Cadoki.
Here's the old canner. So you have a good time with this. There we go. We've got some mud flats, pilings. And here, this is all boulder over a rock ramp.
It's a few
This is
days
Port
flying
O'Brien.
now.
You can hear me
That's
okay, John?
starting to show really brightly at the
Boulder
water's
over rock
edge.
ramp. Got pebble sand matrix, sand in the lower.
Soft browns,
Again,
indeed
rock
shore
ramp.
underwater.
Boulder rubble over rock
This
ramp.
continuous, really narrow beach here
Occasional
compared to
pebble
where we just
sand
were.
in the lower.
Really narrow. That's
title.
interesting. The splash zone,
pebbly sand
the
matrix.
Bercaria is narrow, and there's lots of overhanging
This is
brush.
primarily composed of
Filamentous
loose
green on
blocks.
waterline,
along the
and
left.
it looks like it goes to like a mud just at
Port
0
O'Brien, lots of
tide.
anthropogenic features. There's a guy in the dock, wondering what the heck we're up to. He's waving. And we're waving. Whoa. So here we've
Wow.
got just boulder over rock ramp, boulder rubble over rock ramp.
And narrow splash zone.
Little
This is
pipeline
pretty much
coming through there.
continuous. That's filamentous green at the
That's
waterline.
rock
No
platforms,
soft
about
grounds. This
35
is all
meters in width.
protected
Got
up
some
here.
sandy mud and
You can see right
lower
down
flats
into the
there.
nearshore underwater. That is not a
low
soft
energy
ground band.
shoreline here.
It's
We've
scattered
got
plants, and that's all.
marsh in the upper portion of our screen. Here,
Mucus
this is
across the flat there.
pebbly cobble over sand.
Doing quite a bit of daubing today.
Some sand showing up a little bit later.
Bercaria is
That's pebble
really
beach berm,
on
sandy
the black
beach
on the
base.
black bedrock.
Island, yeah.
That's filamentous green at the waterline. No soft brown diatoms and filamentous green. There's tufted reds way up in the midsection. I wonder what those
Back.
are. There's soft browns on the wash over here.
And recovering the witch.
That's soft
We're
browns
going
just
to the
in this
offshore
washover
islands
area.
now. This is boulder over rock ramp. Here's pebble in the upper, pebble sand in the lower 2/3. And
6 sprigs
pebble
of
sand
eelgrass.
over cobble. That's just like a barge you see there.
Greens way up high at the
This
fucus.
is boulder over rock ramp. We have some shell hash in the lower.
Patchy ulva mixed
See,
with the
it's
fucus as
like a
filamentous
sandy mud you see
Wow,
there.
it's so clear and still.
And those are
Patchy
floats,
soft
which
brown.
not permanent structures.
Net floats. That's so cool being
See
able
pebble
to see right
sand,
down in. There's
pebble
a
sand
few
beach base
eelgrass
going down
plants,
to
that's all.
sandy mud lower. This little islet.
All these tipping over.
We've got
Filamentous green mixed
got
with
pebble sand
on the
over
veg.
a rock platform.
Clear that the substrate changes to really fine
Pocket beaches here.
material,
We've got
just right
boulder
at
cobble
what in Canada would be the
over
zero
a rock
drive line,
platform.
about a meter below where
Low
the water
incline
edge
cliff.
is right now.
And that whole width there is probably
There is some kind of a
15
filamentous red
meters in
up
width.
in this Barnacle elevation.
Laura, it's only
And
about
that's
10
filamentous
meters in
green at
width.
the water line.
Title there.
Really still water.
Shooting back. Beautiful
Bright
imagery.
gold and fucus.
It's all pretty much boulder cobble over rock ramp. Still
Now
beach
you
base.
can run an island.
This is Sally Island.
And that's a
Sally Island.
continuous to broken fucus. No, I don't. You said Mary. Fucus on the platform.
Alright, here we've got
The fucus across the midsection. Yeah, I think so,
we've
Tom.
got boulder cobble beach base. This is
This
primarily
is
a
dominating
steep
here, very
boulder
narrow
rubble.
intertidal. Need a raincoat for this camera today.
Seems to slough the cliff.
One, two, three, four, five.
A little bit of cobbled sand back there.
Well, I would like to fix it. Check, check,
Try
check,
poking
check,
that in.
check. Barnacle across the midsection, patchy fucus,
Check,
near
check.
shore, soft brown,
Check,
mostly
check.
bare, very narrow intertidal, filamentous green,
Some audio difficulties.
patchy,
What you can see
it's,
here
very
is
sparse, the all
boulder cobble.
protected,
and in
really
some
narrow
locations you
intertidal.
get a little bit of
sparse.
boulder over pebble sand. That's that gray portion in the bottom 5
Near
meters.
shore soft brown is sparse. So this
Pocket
is
beach
protected.
here,
There's
pebble
patches of,
berm,
alva,
Pebbly sand beach face, some boulder cobble mixed in. And
These
here we've
narrow
got boulder
shorelines
cobble in the
are
upper,
really
pebble sand
homogeneous to
cobble in the lower.
characterize here, and how are things now, John? Narrow splash zone, patchy fucus. There's some patchy. There's actually a little bit of
Resolved our
filamentous red
audio
mixed
problem
in.
back there. That's actually quite coarse. It's a boulder
Mixed in
cobble.
with the fucus, filamentous
Here we've got
green at the water
boulder
line.
cobble over rock ramp.
With
Here we
diatoms,
just have a rock
bedrock ramp,
So we have
narrow splash zones, a
boulder,
little bit
there's the
higher
northern tip of
exposure.
Sally
There's
Island,
a
a
little
little
bit of,
pocket beach in
filamentous
here.
red,
We've got
reds.
boulder cobble in the upper, pebble sand in
filamentous
the lower.
greens down at the water's edge.
Now this is mostly boulder rubble size material here. It seems to break off in sheets from the
Fucus in the
cliff face.
upper, filamentous green diatoms at the waterline. Very low turf, very sparse looking. Barnacle,
This is boulder rubble.
fucus, filamentous green, diatoms, and nothing in the near shore, so this would be sliding back towards protected. Filamentous reds at the waterlines scattered.
Boulder rubble in the lower. We've got pebble cobble.
Fucus,
This is,
filamentous green,
pebble.
fabulous.
The upper, pebble cobble
Fabulous
in the lower.
banding, patchy,
And we have boulder over rock
patchy
ramp.
mussels, lots of diatoms at the
These
waterline.
little pocket beaches are mostly pebble.
Vercaria is not really showing up here. Filamentous diatoms
Pebble
at
in
the
the
waterline.
upper,
There's
10
a oyster
meters, pebble
catcher.
sand,
There's a
grading
little bit
down
of
to
soft
pebble
brown.
cobble.
I would call that a patchy soft brown band now. Fucus, barnacle,
again
filamentous
boulder,
green, all in the
rubble
midsection.
over rock ramp.
Filamentous green goes right down to the waterline. There's a lot.
About 10
Diatom.
meters in width.
Diatom. phase
20
of the
meters
water
in
line.
width, a little pebbly sand up in the upper. Pebble Cobble beach face. Now we're back into that boulder rubble over rock ramp.
Narrow splash zone. Filamentous. Filamentous green in the
Somewhat
midsection.
losing our...
Wow, that looks like bat stars down at the water's edge there. Diatoms. Diatoms at the water line. What do you mean you lost me? I'm right here. What do you mean you lost me?
We just lost Mary on the audio, but
Fucus in the upper
that's all,
here. This is a beautiful example of fucus in the upper
catch this little island there.
filamentous green at the lower, and diatoms. It's a very low
just
turf
rock
overall.
ramp in the lower. The little rock platform off here.
Blue mussels on the upper platform. There's lots of diatoms. Wow. Another oyster
And the
catcher.
width of that is probably 20 meters. 5
There's a
meters
patch of
in
blue
the
mussels right
A
on the
zone
top of
there,
that
and
platform there. But very
about
low
15
turf
in the lower.
diatoms. And filamentous, mostly that's dominating the lower intertidal. We
so you can see these rock ramps extend out about 30 meters. In the upper we've got boulder cobble over pebble sand.
Semi-protected is tricky.
Again, this is all boulder
Less of
cobble.
a distinction and more like a spear. Fucus. That is fucus. Patchy. Too continuous. Beach is bare.
We've got pebble
bare.
sand beach face.
Fucus on the bedrock
Pebble
outcrop
cobble.
of the beach. There's a little bit of eelgrass right on the point. And a little bit more over there.
Pebbly sand beach face.
And overall,
And that's fairly steep, probably
Yeah.
8 degrees.
yeah, outside would be good.
Steepness.
So this is it.
Just panning right now.
That's blue mussel.
All
So
right.
that little
And this is boulder cobble.
platform had more greens and filamentous looking on
Just
it.
boulder.
Narrow upper fucus in the midsection. This is a very narrow beach.
Boulder over,
Overall,
boulder
very
rubble over rock
homogeneous
ramp
in the
here.
slow wave energy. Continuous fucus here, bare diatoms, filamentous at
Just
the
gonna
lower,
shoot into this little bay.
and a few
We've got a
soft ground
boulder
plants
cobble over
coming and
pebble
going.
sand in the upper. Grading down to a pebbly sand beach face. And then we've got sand.
I would be very protective,
Flat.
and that is eelgrass. Make it worth the swing here. Some kind of filamentous red as well.
Back. There's that sand plant.
Good clumps of diatoms,
Over here.
diatom strings.
Boulder cobble over rock ramp.
Fucus, lots of filamentous green on the platforms and fairly high up. Quite bare in the nearshore underwater. Overall, it's narrow intertidal, and it's very homogeneous with a low wave exposure. Fucus, barnacle, patchy blue mussels, diatoms, filamentous greens, and a few scattered soft browns and a few patches of eelgrass. That would characterize this whole area. Protected. Narrow splash, so patchy fucus.
Pebble
Looking
cobble.
ahead, I can see a few areas that I would call patchy barnacle. Diatoms at the lower beach. Near shore.
35 minutes of dirt tape.
Soft
Everything's
ground
looking
plants,
good.
not a bad. Very narrow intertidal. Great riparian overhang, riparian shading.
Got a pebble drape. There's some oil come back here. I think I'll just do a big circuit here. We've got a delta fan in the sand.
Narrow splash.
Overhanging cliff.
Let's look at that.
We've got boulder bubble in the upper pebble sand. Lower back there.
With diatom.
Another
That's the
estuary
grass
here.
on that
Trying to shoot in.
here. Just patches of it though. Not continuous. Fucus.
And this is all boulder
Continuous.
cobble.
Really narrow splash zone. The trees, the shrubs are completely overhanging. And
I'm not touching that thing, John, at all.
look forward to the fucus. That filamentous green at the waterline. And diatoms, it's really bare. Right at the water's edge.
And here we have boulder rubble
Fucus
over
bands,
rock ramp.
continuous diatoms,
Rock
filamentous
cliffs.
green. There's some really bright filamentous green. You can see bat stars.
And again, boulder rubble over rock ramp. And this little portion, we've got some pebble. Lower intertidal, 5
Lots
meters.
of eagles today. Barnacle, continuous fucus is beautiful examples of fucus bands.
Saw boulder rubble
Flock of shorebirds look like
over rock ramp.
I think so. Not quite in that
Got a
black
low
and
cliff
white.
underneath those bushes.
Narrow splash zone, continuous fucus, filamentous green diatom at the waterline. It's an
All
underwater
boulder rubble over rock
platform.
ramp. Very
There.
steep back shore.
Continuous
Most of the
fucus
stuff
to
probably
patchy
tumbling off
over
the
here.
cliffs in the
There's
upper
some
port.
kind of, a couple kinds of filamentous reds, I would say.
We've got pebbly
in there.
sand over
Mixed
boulder
in with
cobble.
fucus.
Pebble sand beach face. And here we have a delta fan.
It's mostly bare.
And it's a cobble over pebble sand flat. And we've
Patchy
got
fucus
boulder
here.
cobble in the upper pebble cobble sand mid.
Larger
We've got a
material
beach
angle.
berm here, probably 5 meters in width. Pebble cobble, pebble
Ridge,
sand,
bare
beach face,
beach,
pebble cobble in the lower.
Mussels patchy.
Pebble cobbled boulder over a rock rim platform. Now we have another delta fan, probably 40 meters, 50 meters
Grass
in
over
width.
there at that little stream entrance. Patches of blue mussel showing up really black. Fucus patchy along here.
Boulder cobble in the
Diatoms at the
upper.
waterline. And small filamentous red, but overall a really low turf. Overall it's
Pebble
sparse.
sand over boulder cobble.
And very narrow.
Fox back
And
there.
all protected.
Another delta fan.
Narrow splash
That's pebble
zone.
sand cobble.
Patchy fucus, filamentous green, both
Again.
up on the platforms in the mid-intertidal and along at the waterline. Diatoms at the waterline. Soft brown
That gray
there.
you're seeing is just a drape of pebble
narrow,
sand
soft
over the
brown
boulder
bands
cobble.
starting along here. Patchy fucus,
This is all
barnacle.
boulder.
Diatoms at the waterline.
And then we have a pebble cobble beach
Small
face
pocket
there.
beach bare.
Pocket beach.
Narrow splash zone, fucus midsection with
These little
scattered
pocket
filamentous
beaches
green.
are primarily pebble cobble over boulder.
Oh, eagles. Pair of
Pebble
eagles.
cobble beach face, pebbly sand.
Diatoms at the
The
waterline.
lower.
Narrow splash zone, patchy
Yeah.
barnacle upper. Lots of bare beaches, bare pocket
Boulder cobble in the
beaches.
upper. Pebble cobble lower.
Eagles sitting right on the top of that couple down old
This here's
house.
about 40 meters in width.
Bare beach here,
Cobble over pebble
diatoms at
sand.
the water's edge, patchy fucus, diatoms at the waterline, clamshells showing up there.
Pebble
Here's a
cobble
bit
in the
soft
upper.
ground.
Boulder in the lower back there, 35
Diatoms
meters in
filamentous
width.
green at the water's edge. Nice
Little
thick fucus right on that
Mystery
beach
mouth back
there.
there.
And then back to patchy.
Vermouth.
This patchy salt and pepper
all
rocks
boulder beach
again, really
face.
black and white.
25 meters in width.
Fucus, diatoms.
Pebble in the upper, grading down to boulder.
On the platform on that point.
Rock platform there, but this is all boulder in the background. Pebble, grading down to boulder.
Be all protected, dominated by the fucus band. Filamentous green, filamentous red, diatoms.
Boulder over rock round. This is a very,
fucus band,
got a
filamentous green.
boulder thing. There's a fairly steep face in the lower part of that beach, probably about 50 meters.
Like
The top part is flat, about 10 meters in width. It evens out to a boulder. Shooting back in there, we've got a little pebble.
filamentous green at the
Beach.
waterline.
Wow.
Filamentous green,
And
diatoms.
we're back into boulder over rock ramp.
This in the upper filamentous green at the water's edge.
Little wetland up there.
A little bit of perched wetland way up
And
high
we're
there.
coming into a little lagoon. We're seeing pebble cobble over the rocks.
This is eelgrass.
Here we're coming in
Up in
and
the water
we've got
and exposed
pebble
out
cobble in the upper.
There's a
pebble
bear trail
sand,
right across.
down to sandy.
This is
Sand
patchy
flat.
eelgrass here.
And we've got a little
Woo! That's a nice little wetland over there.
marshland up there. Pebble cobble sand over rock platform back there. Boulder cobble over the rock platform.
A little bit more wave exposure. Still looks really bare at the waterline though, but a little bit more red showing. Reached in.
Let's just make a circle here.
Little tiny
And this looks like where the
house built into the.
estuary meets up.
Wow, it's totally collapsed. With a couple little wee tiny cabins.
A little
on the
bit of
way there.
pebble over sand, flat,
Filamentous green at the water's
30
edge.
meters in width.
Soft, a little bit of eelgrass down below us.
Come again? Ten or 15 meters in width here.
Fucus midsection. Patchy.
This is about 10 meter intertidal zone here.
Dominated by
Got little
fucus.
tombolos,
There's tons
mostly
of
shell
backstory.
hash over boulder.
Filamentous green, diatoms, leech.
This is boulder
filamentous
over rock
reds,
ramp. We
filter,
have a little bit of
voids,
pebble on
plastered
top
down
of that
on the
little
rocks.
island.
And it's very obvious along here.
See the
lower
occasional
tidal
bits
is
of
that,
pebble that you can see
streaky
is
low
lighter
turf.
tones interspersed, but it's mostly boulder in this
Reds.
location.
The bedrock is really fractured.
Fair number of
here.
rock reefs below us.
Still remarkably bare and
Here we've
near
got
or underwater.
Pebble over boulder cobble.
There's a kind of a donkey spool.
We're going
Filamentous
in.
greens showing up is the bright green at the water's edge.
Boulder cobble over rock round.
Patchy fucus in the upper.
Oh, we've got a sand flat in there, probably 50 meters in width. A little bit of a hang lagoon up there.
That's eelgrass out exposed on the flats. There's an area where the old peat is eroding out.
Flats.
It's a very distinct lower limit to
And
the
this is
boulder.
sand in the lower intertidal. Pebble
Very
cobble
distinct
over
lower
sand
limit
back
to
there.
the immobile substrate down to mud.
We're coming out. This ramp is probably 50
And
meters in
it's all
width.
bare. There's no soft grounds or anything to obscure it. soft grounds at the point here with blue mussels on the platform.
There's that little sand flat, pebble crumble over sand.
Bay complex. And should be cutting out higher wave exposure here. The filamentous
Little pocket beach, boulder rubble in the upper, pebble crumble over sand in the lower.
And here there's a lot of some kind of rad in the midsection. Semi-protected now.
Boulder over rock ramp.
Semi-protected.
To a rock platform,
Yes, there's
50
quite a
meters
bit
in
of
width.
small rad showing us still overall low turf.
And that rock ramp is probably 10 meters in width. There's a little pebble crumble beach face. And here we have a wide pebble berm. We've got
Looks like a savanna.
relic peak ridge in the back.
Background like that.
Or storm berm, sorry. We've got pebble crumble beach berm, 5 meters in width, and then crumble over pebble sand beach face, 35 meters in width. We've got boulder over pebble cobble.
Filamentous red.
Here we've got cobble over pebble sand.
Brick red
This
is
part
red.
here with the white.
This beach
We've got
is quite
pebble sand in the
mobile.
upper
Soft grounds and
with grading
torn
down
beach.
to boulder cobble over pebble sand.
Okay, sort of. Bare beach.
Here we've got a wide cobble
Mobile.
berm, probably 5-10 meters in width.
no
And then
attached
pebble
iota.
sand beach face.
Just a little bit of
And pebble
diatomic
cobble, 15 meters
bit of,
down to
philosopher
boulder,
type
another 15
and
meters in
nothing
width.
underwater. Tight
Sea
bit
cave,
of
pebbly
filamentous
sand.
reds. Let's come over to this end of the beach.
And here we've got boulder up against the beach, then a pebble sand drape over boulder cobble.
Keep this on
Reverses here, we've got pebbly sand
barnacle
beach,
and blue mussels on
pebbly sand
larger
drape over boulder cobble.
boulders.
It's all mixed up. Not very well sorted.
That overall the beach is quite bare here. The mussels on upper
Pebble
platform.
sand in the upper, grading down to boulder cobble in the lower.
Mobile.
Side of the beach is all boulder cobble.
Lots of orange lichen in the back.
This little pocket beach is all
Bare beach.
pebbly sand.
The mussels on the platform.
Pebble sand cobble in the
area,
upper, grading down to
waterline.
boulder. 25 meters in width.
There's the tufted reds with the barnacle in the midsection. Lots of blue mussels. Showing really black. Beach is mostly bare.
This is the mouth of Northeast Arm. It's a wide feature, probably 125, 150
It's
meters
still eroded looking.
width.
Soft
So
ground.
boulder over rock
There
ramp.
is a area, and there is reds.
We're heading down to South Arm now.
Red.
Back. Little malfunction here, but we're just circling around. We're coming up on a tape change in about 5 minutes.
Really sharp, those outcrops.
We're rolling. And we've got, in addition, a bit of rain. We've got boulder cobble all through here. We've got a pebble sand here.
Blade reds.
And again, a great
filamentous
big
reds,
boulder rubble
reds,
blocks. These things are probably
that's the
about
Alaria type.
3 meters in width.
A
These
little
big
bit
rubbles
of,
and blocks.
It's very tiny.
Dab here
blades
quickly.
compared to the flesh.
It's all the same.
And
Missing
on the
anything?
upper
All right.
platform, catching with mussels.
Bit of pebble sand in places,
It's
but
pretty
it's
mobile,
mostly
even though the
just rubble
boulders
blocks.
blocks.
We've got a little pebble sand in the
Just
lower
patchy,
title.
barnacle patchy, blue mussels patchy.
Those
Reds.
cliffs are very soft.
Reds, filamentous
Here we've got a diamectin. And we've got pebble sand drape over Boulder Gobble in the upper, bringing down to Boulder, over rock platform in the lower.
Low turf in the, right across the intertidal. Got some patches of mussels that show up as black.
Again, that pebble sand drape in the upper, grading down
Partially
to
mobile, I
the
would
lower.
say. There's armoring and sorting.
Here it's mostly Boulder,
rock
beach
is
face.
arranged just so and tucked in.
35 meters in width.
Huge wetland complex coming up.
Coming up on a rather interesting feature
Very
here.
limited size boulders
We've got
here.
a
and
Boulder
frosting of
beach
now.
ridge, pebble sand, 5 meters in width,
That
grading down
is
to a Boulder beach
muscle
face,
band.
probably about 35
And then
meters
there's a
in
bare
width.
section
Here it changes to
Offshore
Boulder beach
soft ground
ridge,
patch.
pebble sand,
It's kind
beach
of
berm,
sand waves.
pebbly sand, beach face.
Yeah, this is a continuous soft ground band
We're just going to shoot back here.
across the dune there. Oh, wow.
This grades down, we got a sandy pebble beach face. This is our relic beach ridges here. Beach ridge plain, pro-grading recurve spit. Shoot back there.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. We want to take a picture, and there's stuff back there.
You can see it's the sand, you've got a wide,
Sand waves mostly
low marsh here.
cool outlined by
Probably
the
50 meters in width. It almost looks like we have dunes up
Right.
here. Those white patches you can see.
close.
There's all sand flats
But
here.
I don't think there is any eelgrass today, though.
Sandy mud
Really
and
interesting
locations.
patterns. See the clumps of
And we look back on the shoreline. That's a low cliff with pebble cobble getting down to pebble sand. Old boat right in there.
wow, look at those little circles.
We've got about 4 minutes before we've got a tape change coming up.
That's a washing machine. Anyway,
This is all sandy pebble. There's a coarse shell hash over pebble
a little
sand.
bit of filamentous red. There are, in fact, 10 eelgrass plants there. Hardly any.
And here we've got pebble sand.
Very cool feature.
Those pocket beaches, and it's a boulder cobble over pebble sand on the flats.
Fucus upper.
The shoreline is probably
boulders with mussels on them.
31 meters in width.
And overall,
Little
bare
stream mouth
look
back there.
diatoms at the water's edge.
As the beach gets narrower, we're looking at about
For dancers and
25 meters
no
in
soft
width.
grounds.
We've got pebble sand over
That was
boulder.
close.
Here we've got pebble cobble.
Blood eagles with the eagle.
Again, pebble cobble.
Fucus in the upper.
Sand underneath that.
Used patchy.
Pebble sand beach face.
Lots of bear.
Emerald stream back
Overall
there.
bear. There's patches of Zostra in the
We've got
subtitle.
a boulder in the upper. Pebble
Foliage,
sand cobble
water.
in the lower.
Big delta.
And we've got a wide
And
flat
there's
here.
patches of
The
eelgrass all
delta
along
band
here.
coming from this
That's a
particular
filamentous
stream.
eelgrass.
We've got pebble over sand.
And
Sand flats in the lower.
mostly filamentous green here.
We've got some sea caves here. village. This is a big reef spit here. Those are sand flats. The head of East Arm.
Really shallow. Shallow all across here.
And we've got a bit of a
And
bar here.
looking for, I think that's filament
These are
stream.
wide,
There's lots of blue mussels.
wide flats, lots of channels. You've
Big
got
pattern
mostly
outlined with,
muddy sand here.
Or some kind of squash bars.
In the back shore, you've got a low cliff,
Yes, anyways.
beach face of pebble sand, then a
Big, complex.
pretty down to
very
sand.
shallow.
And you've got a wide mud flats. I'm not sure. Probably have to check on the map how wide this whole
where
system
the
is.
trees start, we can circle
We're
that.
starting to get to high marsh on the back shore, and then we've got low marsh, foreshore.
Ooh, the patterns there.
Lots of channels.
This would be the sedge
Beautiful
type.
estuary.
It's some kind of grass.
Settlement in there. Judging quite a bit of
Bear
crop.
trails across here.
There we go. You look at that. This is your National Geographic correspondent, where you can see the kind of channel. Right.
This is a really good example of the
I can
sedge
barely
type.
see because of the Steve Nash
See, it's
hair
all
flying in front of my
weaker
face,
than
but
the more fluvial, the more
Look at that.
dominated grass types.
if I were a March